Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Two new knives from Piratech. I believe they are available now. If not, they'll be available in the very near future. These will be linked down in the description so that you guys can check them out if you want to. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks to Piratech for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. I always say yes to Piratech because their knives are interesting. Their locking system is one that we're always super familiar with. I assume it's the same type of crossbar lock. But what's fun is the way that they allow you to swap scales, and of course their willingness to do really insane finishes that we don't always see. And then of course their HRC hardness is typically off the charts. And I feel like Taylor has confirmed that. That might be making that up, but Taylor might pop down into the comments here or there. And you can also check out his data by going to my description and going to the very bottom and clicking on Steel Hardness Labs, the website there. But anyways, just an unboxing and first impressions today, not a review, nothing on the outside. So we'll just start with this one here. All right, let's open it up. We have that familiar deep sea blue from Piratech here. And then we have extra omega springs, which is always nice. We have a microfiber cloth. On the back of this, we have CPM S30V, which is really cool. I try to remind people, S30V is an absolutely phenomenal steel, one of only a handful that's actually made for pocket knives. People seem to dismiss it as an old or outdated steel, and this is wrong. Objectively wrong that it is an outdated steel, right? It's a steel that was developed quite a ways back, but many of your favorite steels that we use today that we don't label as old are the same age or older than S30V. So this statement typically comes from people who are just not familiar with it. But S30V is still absolutely an excellent steel choice. So in this case, we actually have G10. The HRC hardness on this S30V is 61.5, which is very, very good for S30V. That will be a very performance-oriented S30V. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is the first time I've ever seen a G10 version of. So we're going to call this this is called the Kraki, or the Kraki Lite, maybe. Okay. Kraken profile is one that I very much love. I own two of these. And something that I wanted to make sure and point out here is that obviously we still have, everything still feels really, really good. We still have the magnetic scales, which is awesome. You can just pull these off. You see the four magnets there, and you can pop that back on. If you want, I think the message went like, if you already have a titanium one and you wanted to swap the G10 scales, you need to buy the backspacer so that you're able to do that. And the backspacer apparently is available on their website. So that's the key to that there. And it looks like this. Is this like a twist off for the pot? Oh, it is. I kind of like that. That's cool. You can do that with your fingers. Oh yeah, that works with the little edge there. That's a nice little quality of life thing. You obviously, like using a Torx bit like most people have, but sometimes it's like I got to go all the way back in the house and get my Torx, But if you need to tighten the pocket clip on the fly, or you need, for whatever reason you want to switch it over, or take it off or whatever, it's right there. That's pretty cool. I like that. So there you go. We've got those two. I imagine to take the other scale off, you obviously need to pull the pocket clip, but that's what you're looking at there. And then if Piratech wants to chime in and give some more details to this, no play on the scales. No play whatsoever. Nothing. Nothing. Very cool. Very cool. Don't know who their OEM is. Of course, we're going into this blind. I always do my unboxings blind, and then the reviews, the ones with the picture of the actual knife in the thumbnail that says the word review on it, right? The unboxing shows a box. and the review has a picture of the knife with the word review in it. This is always confusing to newer people, but if you look at my channel, if you go to my main page and just scroll down, it's very clear. Unboxing, review, unboxing, review, unboxing, review, right? And then you see about 1 to 3 weeks spaced in between the unboxing and the actual review. And that time is typically at least partially spent experiencing the knife and doing a bit of casual carry and usage, right? But anyways, that's pretty cool. The last time that my other two Piratech Krakens have subtle play in the scales, which I don't really mind too much because the magnetic scale system is still pretty unique. I do like I think some people will call this fish scale. I prefer not to, think of it as a fish, but more of like maybe a sea serpent, maybe a Leviathan, maybe more of a Final Fantasy Leviathan, with the sea dragon scales, right? It sounds a lot cooler than fish, but I'm not really sure what they call it. They don't actually have anything. They don't have it labeled there, but very cool. There was a time where I actually EDC'd one of my Krakens a ton. So I don't know. Oh, they are still doing zirconium. So you still can get versions of this knife in zirconium. I was gonna say I have one that's polished. It's almost like a mirror polished zirconium. So this one here is also, so we have the other scale. Maybe this one is in the rich light. Is that what this is? Yeah, so this is the rich light, which honestly, I think it kind of just comes down to preference. Like these materials to get like side by side, they feel, G10 and rich light feel incredibly similar. And it's really you can only really tell when you get up close and you take a look, and G10 has that like fibrous look. You can see it's almost like more texturing within the texturing. Rich light looks like a more it doesn't have the same little like specks and things in it, so it looks like a more consistent material. But as far as like which one is stronger, I don't know. I feel like G10 is probably still a little bit stronger. I'm not sure that it actually matters in this form. I think they're fine. Is this DLC? I believe so. This looks like a satin DLC coating, and again, I will let them confirm, but that's what that looks like to me, which is extremely cool. These are obviously going to be lighter weight than their titanium brothers. And I imagine that's why we have a different name for this variation. I can't remember if it's just the Kraki or if they call it the Kraki Lite. But we'll go ahead and weigh it. So this guy here, still, a decent amount of steel underneath those scales there, but coming in at 3.2 ounces, which is pretty awesome because I believe that this is about an 8-inch pocket knife. 3.6. G10 must weigh more than Rich Lights. Okay, so a little bit less there on the Rich Light. That's interesting. And then let's go ahead and measure it once again so you guys can kind of understand the ratios here. Not quite 8 inches, about 7.75 inches, but your blade length is about 3.25. Cutting edge, again, about 3.25. So you're looking at extremely good ratios between 3.3 and 3.6 ounces for 3.25 inches of both blade and cutting edge. And your balance on these guys, maybe towards the back end of the primary finger position, but that's fine. Love the blade profile, still that classic profile, still incredibly easy to manipulate. I'd kind of describe the Kraken as, it's like a Benchmade 940 with everything improved. Everything. And the scale swap system, of course, is just really, really cool. So, yeah. I think, was there something else about the blade? I would imagine that you can swap the blade. And again, I'll let them do that. And if that is something, of course, we'll get into it in the review. But I believe that is the case. Their crossbar locks have always been good, completely and totally solid. Again, I'm not sure who their OEM is. Whoever it is, they do a good job. But very cool. Big fan of these. I think these are neat. I think people will enjoy them, especially if you are a fan of the 940, but you found maybe its cutting geometry a little odd, or certain elements of the knife like feeling small but still kind of clunky. The 940 is a great example of a knife that is small but awkwardly clunky. And I think that's not necessarily, a fair modern judgment, because the 940 came out forever ago, and it was, it is factually one of the most legendary EDC knives ever. Super popular. Things have just improved, sort of around the 940, and Benchmade has just not, is that an Osborne design? They just haven't changed it. The Piratech Kraken is a little bit bigger knife, and I think that it's more slender for the size. I think the ratios and things are a little bit better, and of course, the different systems and materials and finishes and things will make it a better option, more preferable option for some people. But anyways, very cool stuff from Piratech. Expect to see a full review with more details on this knife. If you want more information now, there's links down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.